In the summer of 1956, 6 students drove east toward Persia, across failing roads, uncertain maps, and untested mountains, discovering that the journey itself could be as unforgiving as the peaks they came to climb.
Hey, glad you're here. Welcome to the Himalayan Journals. Here on this channel, we bring to you real stories from century old field notes. We try to keep it simple and calm here. Think of it as a documented history of the Himalayas from the early 1900s, covering stories of indigenous wisdom, epic expeditions, and groundbreaking science passed on just as they were recorded. Subscribe, zone out, binge.
On June 21, 1956, 6 Cambridge undergraduates left England for the Elburz Mountains of northern Persia. Led by W.J.E. Norton, the party included W.B. Anderson, D.J.R. Cook, K.A. McDougall, J.E.H. Musto, and J.G.R. Harding. 4 were climbers and 2 were naturalists. 22 days later, resting in the calm of Gulhek at the British Embassy compound in Tehran, it already felt as if the overland journey itself had been an expedition for one summer. The road to Persia, by way of northeast Turkey, proved long and unforgiving. 2 jeeps and their trailers suffered repeated overheating, mechanical failures, tire blowouts, and a persistent tendency to overturn. What began in Cambridge blue ended in dust and dents, and these hazards became part of daily routine. Preparations for the journey and the expedition had taken a full year. The Elburz had been chosen as a range suitable for a small unqualified party, with the Takhti Suleiman Massif offering scope for exploration. There were also plans to investigate the Orim Massif, but information from the Mountain Climbing Federation of Iran made it clear this would waste valuable time. An alternative area northwest of Demavend was suggested instead. The Takht-e-Suleiman group lay 60 miles northwest of Tehran and included 4 glaciers and several peaks over 15,000 feet. Alamku, at 16,350 feet, dominated the massif. Its great northern escarpment rose sheer above the glacier, and the west face climbed even higher. Alamku had first been climbed in 1902 by the Bornmuller brothers. Further exploration followed in the 1930s, and in 1936, German climbers completed important ascents from the north. In 1954, a Franco-Iranian expedition added new routes on the north face. Reports from that expedition suggested many climbs still remained, particularly on the Haft Khan Ridge. After 5 intense days in Tehran securing permits, helped greatly by Captain Akbar Ghaffari and influential supporters, the party crossed the Elburz watershed on July 19th. Camp was established near Rudbarek in continuous rain. On July 21st, the mule train arrived and moved slowly up the Sardabrud Valley through Caspian mist and forest. 2 climbers from the Franco-Iranian expedition were met on the track, returning after failed attempts on the north face of Alamku. Camp that night lay at 8,000 feet, and for the first time, the mist lifted to reveal the surrounding ridges. Base camp was reached after 2 further days at 13,310 feet in the Great Cirque of Hazar Chal. Progress was slowed by altitude and illness, made worse by unfamiliar food. From this camp, several ascents were made. Alamku was climbed by both east and west ridges, strenuous but technically easy. Gardun Ku was climbed, including what was likely the first ascent of its northeast gully. The southeast ridge of Siasanku was traversed, giving wide views of the massif. Other small explorations followed, but the climbing proved disappointing with rotten rock and extensive scree. With Hazar Chal exhausted, the party moved to establish a subsidiary camp on the Northwest Glacier. The naturalists crossed the Hazar Cham Pass while the climbers and Captain Ghaffari crossed the col between Alam Ku and the Lana Peaks. Glacier Camp was a harsh bivouac among moraine and ice. From there, Takht-i-Suleiman was climbed, including the rock tower of Chanaku. The next day, the Haft Khan Ridge was traversed, later discovered not to be a first ascent. Several promising routes were observed on its eastern flank. After 4 days, food shortages forced a return to Hazar Chal by an alternative route. By early August, the mules returned, and on August 8th, the party was back in Rudbarek. Later travels included the Caspian coast, an unsuccessful exploration northwest of Demavend, and finally, the ascent of Demavend itself. Leaving late at night, the party reached the 18,600-foot summit by midday, hampered by altitude and sulfurous fumes. In the end, the expedition achieved little of mountaineering significance, yet a large area was surveyed and mapped, and valuable experience gained. The Elburz Mountains, though limited, still held serious challenges on Alam Ku and Demavend, and a growing community of Iranian climbers stood ready to face what remained.